Well, the Community Haven is working to make the area known as Bushtown a safe and decent place for families to live. They're hosting an event that features fashion and more. Kevin Muhammad, the executive director, joins me now with more on this. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Latrice. Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. Let's start by talking a little bit about, first of all, the Community Haven. For maybe somebody there the first time hearing this, they're saying, what's the Community Haven? So tell me how it got started.
So the Community Haven actually got started at the anniversary of the Million Man March, when we were asked to come back into our communities and make them decent and safe places to live. So we started out on the south side of town, feeding people, clothing people, establishing a patrol to make the community safe and decent. And then we outgrew that location, and we were able and blessed with the property that we have now that sits on 5 acres of land in the Bushtown area to continue it at a more expansive level.
So right there, and of course, like you said, you're continuing to expand, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. But let's start by talking about, you have an event coming up.
Yes.
And it's kind of a fashion show and concert extravaganza.
Yes.
So it's a fashion show with a little bit of a different twist. So tell me about your event.
So this fashion show is a modest attire for men, women, and children. And we wanted to show just a different culture that we have in our community. And we're also putting a little fashion show with it out on our property. And we thought that that's one of the things we do as a fundraiser so that we can continue to have funds to give back to the community.
And when we talk about this, so like you said, it's a fashion show with a different twist and a concert.
Yes.
Kind of something different, like you said, maybe more women who want to dress more conservatively.
Yes.
And so going to have some of those fashions, and we have the picture kind of up of the flyer to kind of talk about a little bit about what you're doing there. And then, Kevin, one of the things too, you continue to expand there and grow. And you said that's kind of the vision that you have for that community and that your board has for that community. So talk a little bit about where you all are now. You have the center where this will take place, and then you're doing more.
Yes. So we started out, we have 5 acres, and we have 8 buildings on the property. We have our administrative office that we've completely remodeled, which was our first phase. We have a pavilion, which is a second phase, where we allow people to come in. They do line dancing, birthday parties, martial arts, where the community can come in and just, because a lot of people can't afford places. So we allow people who are upstarts to be able to come and use the property for that. We have a basketball court, pickleball court. We also have a smaller communication building where people can come in, and we want to get into podcasts and things like that where they can utilize it, smaller meetings. We're also getting ready to open our library, where a gentleman who mother passed, he wanted to open a library on her behalf, and we're partnering with him as well as Mr. Johnny Holloway, who's going to bring some of the civil rights of Chattanooga into that community where it can be preserved.
So the library is going to kind of consist of, it sounds like kind of like a museum as well?
Yes.
Like with some historical things in there?
Some historical things from the civil rights movement here in Chattanooga, in addition to a section of it where we will have children's books, black-oriented books, where they can learn about the glorious past and the present of the black achievements in our community.
What is it that drives, and you've been working in this community, Kevin, for a long time, what is it that continues to drive your passion for when it comes to the African American community, to trying to, as we say, whether it's leveling the playing field, whether it's making sure that people have decent and safe communities to live in?
I love our people. And one thing that Baylor taught me, and I was only black male in my school for 6 years, and I watched how they do business, and they always took care of their own. So I learned that in order for you to be successful, you have to take care of your own. So I took that philosophy back and said, let's make the black community a safe and decent place to live. Let's make opportunities for our people. Rather than taking our talents elsewhere and renting them out, why not bring them back and build our community up and use the education and the expertise that we have. So that's my goal, that's my ambition, that we can have young men, young women who can reach wherever they want to reach and be whoever they want to be. And I want to be that example, and one of those examples, like what you do here, as young women who are watching this program say, wow, what Latrice is doing, I want to be able to do that. So we have to set really good clean glasses before our people, because there's so many dirty glasses that they're drinking from.
And one of the things too, you talked about young people, and I know that one of your things is talking about, especially when it comes to young men, and gangs and the issues that we face in our communities,
Yes.
about teaching them conflict resolution.
Yes, and we have conflict resolution training. We actually have our own patrol where we patrol the Bushtown community. We have our own patrol cars. We have men who are trained to go out in our community to help make them safe and decent. Our motto is stop the beef before the grief, so that you can get in there before it all happens, before the grieving actually starts. Then you can make a lot of headway in the community. One of the things we did with our young people as well, we had job training, where we brought in young people, taught them how to write a resume, how to do mock interviews, how to open up a bank account, basic skills. It was a 3-week training session for them, and at the end of that session, we gave all of them $300 so they could go and open up their own bank account. And we graduated about 50 young people from that. Giving out about $15,000 just for that program. We hired 11 of them, and from those 11, they worked at our bounce park. We have the largest outdoor bounce park in Tennessee, an amusement park right there on the campus. And by the summer, they were able to earn $2,000 before they even went back to school. So we believe we have to invest in our young people.
Give them an option.
Give them an option.
Give them a positive option, because like you said, if they don't have that positive
Right.
option, then they're going to
Right.
find the other option.
Absolutely, and it's
Yeah.
very difficult to tell someone to put your drugs down or put that down when you don't have something for them to pick up. So you have to have that alternative to show them there is a way where you can make a decent living for yourself.
Okay, well, Kevin Muhammad, and again, let people know about the event coming up, the Fall Fashion Show.
October the 21st, we're having some fun on the campus where we're going to have a fashion show and a concert extravaganza, and all the proceeds are going to help the community of Haven to continue to do what we do in our community.
All right, Kevin Muhammad, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.